Hello guys, my name is Washington and I'm a 3D artist. And today I'm going to be showing you how I set up my workflow in Linux as I changed it to Linux in December last year. And I'm feeling more and more excited about it. I had, of course, a few issues here and there, but as in Windows, you just search it about. But the difference is that in Linux, you can really figure out how to do that and fix that. And once you fix that, that's fixed. Nothing really changed that much after that. And my previous experience in Windows was mostly when I fixed something and eventually it came an update or something and then it breaks again, eventually it breaks again or change it to something else. Things change from one menu to another one and you don't really know what's happening. And in here in Linux Mint, that's the version that I'm using, at least everything feels steady. You set it up, your thing, and your thing is there, it's set it up. And it's been a while since I developed ways of dealing with softwares that I was missing in Windows. So now that's my workflow. I'm gonna show you my experience. Maybe in your machine that's some those this experience doesn't translate exactly like that, but my experience here in Linux is this. Uh, well, basically, I have these guys here, which is the softwares that I mostly work on my daily work. I don't normally do vector work like Illustrator or Inkscape, so I don't have it installed here. But the same way I use Photoshop, I can show you how to use Illustrator in Linux, right? And I will do that. So I have this guy here, which is not that necessary, but because there was a there was an update on Linux Mint that was kind of broken, that broke the print screen too. But normally, this is just for print screen. You press here, and then you choose your print screen, and that's it. You do your print screen. The other thing is if you want to do your print screen, you can use the normal setup in Linux Mint, which is I like Shift print screen, and then you see choose your print screen, save wherever you want to save it. Okay, so let's cancel this. But those are the main softwares, right? And what I discovered recently was how to get a website and make it an app, so you can use an app instead of a web browser to search for things on web. I like to keep things separately. So for the things that I mostly use, I translated Google Map into an app, so it opens here directly in Google Maps, and then I can use it as an app. I have Blender. I have two versions of Blender, Blender 5.1 and Blender 5.0 for different things. A couple things that I'm working at. I don't like to have just one version, especially the most updated version, because sometimes a couple things came broken. Like that was exactly what happened with one parameter in geometry nodes in Blender that I normally use a lot in Blender version 0.1. So I'm using version 0.1, but once I need to use that specific thing, I go to 5.0 and then bring it back to 5.1. That's why I have it 5.0 here, and that's I'm pretty sure it's going to be fixed in the next batch of 5.1. But for I like to have two versions anyway, just in case, right? So you click here in your Blender, and then it will open, right? Quickly it opens and it brings all the asset browser. For some reason it's not bringing now quickly, but normally it used to bring it that quickly. And yeah, this is Blender. You can do here render whatever you want, right? Do your 3D modeling. That's how I normally do. And yeah, that's Blender. Let's see if this time it's gonna open the asset browser just to see. You see, this time it opens. It was because it was open, and then I bring the screen here quickly, and it kind of keep loading. But now it's okay. Everything is working well. So yeah, that's Blender, right? I have Unreal Engine 5.7.1, and I'm gonna show you that it works well as expected. Unreal is always a little bit slow to open, but I will show you all the softwares here that I work opening and opening projects, so you see that it's really working. It's not something that I just open and do something random, right? So that's Unreal. I'm gonna open a project, right? And I'm gonna browse it. Oh, one thing in Linux Mint, when you go to browsing and you don't find, if you don't find your path here for some reason, or and you have different hard drivers with different paths. In my case, I have one hard driver for the files. So you go to media, and then in media you go to your user, right? In my case, is Washington, and then I have my drivers here, right? In this case, it's Washi, Study, Unreal, Projects, and Preset. This guy. Let's open this and see how it goes. Be patient. This is a video that I want to make it slow so you guys can see how everything works, right? So that's opening Unreal. Meantime, I did the same thing as I did to create a web app for Photopea and Photoshop. Photopea is it's a kind of fork of Photoshop. Someone created that online, so you're working online, right? But it's very similar, very similar to Photoshop. It's even more similar to Photoshop than Photoshop itself online, which is the one that I use. You see, this is Unreal Engine. Everything is working fine. You see, that's I'm still learning, so I'm working in landscaping and learning how to build that. But yeah, and one thing that I like a lot about Linux Mint is that whatever setup that I do here, the last time that I closed, when I open the project will open in the same layout. It never changed. And in Windows frequently this layout is messed around. I don't know, for some reason. Sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. And here in Linux, it always works. Okay, that's why I love it. So Photopea is this guy. You open, just drag your image here and start to work with. Let me maybe take one image, maybe this guy. And this, I don't know why I took this image online for some reason, right? So this Photopea, and you have your Photoshop setups here. Is the same thing, you know, same thing, blending mode, color burn, and then, you know, it's the same thing, right? The same thing as Photoshop. Then you have also color, you have also your camera raw here. You see, you have also your camera or raw. It's more simplified than Photoshop, but you have it here, right? And the only thing is that you have those ads that if you want to remove them from your workflow and have the full screen, you have to pay. I think it's 15 euros, but that's fine. I don't care. I use it the way it is, and it's a great software. If I need to change this, I will pay for sure. But yeah, this is Photopea. It's online. Look for that. This guy, Photopea. You see here. This is the guy. You look online, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how to create an app out of it easily in Linux Mint. Right? The other one is Photoshop itself. This is the guy. Right? So you press it here if you have an Adobe account. Of course, I have it on Adobe account. So I can use Photoshop here. And let's open the same file. It's good. It takes a little bit more time because it's online, of course, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't work, because nowadays internet is fast enough for you to have the best outcome of Photoshop or any other software that is retouching images online. Okay, so this is the Photoshop online. You see, if you see Photopea, it's more similar to Photoshop, the full app desktop, than Photoshop online itself. But this Photoshop online is easy, man. Very, very easy to get it ready. You just need to understand more or less. It's the layer system is the same thing. The shortcuts are the same. You see, Control G, and you have your adjustment layers, hue, saturation, right? And then you want to apply just to this guy. Let's play around with the saturation itself. Let's desaturate it, and you just want to apply to this guy. You select the clipping mask, so it's applied to this guy. You want to create a mask, you create a mask here, and then you can go here and paint, right? And paint is the same shortcut for the painting, right? It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. It takes you 20 minutes to get used to the layout again, and that's all Photoshop. Everyone knows, right? The only difference is that here is you have things hidden. It's not all here in front of you, and in the menus here, the menus are here. That normally it's here in Photoshop, and the tools are here hidden. For example, you have adjusts, and you have all the options here, right? You have more options. For example, you press here, you put your mouse here, and then you have the shapes, the types, the everything. You just get used to, get used to this. For example, where is the filling? Where is the filling tool here? Where is the filling? You go here, and then you probably has the filling here, or maybe here somewhere else. What is the filling? Let me see. Where is the filling? Oh, inside your brush you have paint bucket. That's the filling. That's the gradient. It's a matter of play around a little bit and understand where the tools are. You also have your AI generator. Let's say that you want to select this part here of this guy and make a generative fill, right? Generative fill is here. So you press it, and then you fill, and then it's gonna fill this area somehow using AI. We all know this too. It is what it is. Maybe it's a little bit slower than the regular Photoshop, but you see, once it's here, you have your filling options here, right? On and off, right? It's Photoshop. You can use it as a Photoshop, and that's it. I already tested in a huge file because I like to stress softwares to see how far they go. And because this is online, I was okay, but I tried and it was great, right? I could work in everything, all the layers, everything works well. So far so good, right? And yeah, the other software that I have is Krita. I love Krita. I just installed the latest version, which is pre-released before the version 6, which is beta available already. And it is already great, in my opinion. It is already great. It got much more improvements. So now, one of my main complaints about Krita back in the days was because texting for me was a bit complicated in Krita before, because you have to go to a different box to set up your test, close, and then your test will be here. But now it's not that necessary anymore, right? Now you have your text here, you can control a couple things here, right? And your text is right away here. Text properties, you change the font, and then you check this guy, put it here, bring your text somewhere else, and do whatever you want, right? And maybe you want to add a layer to this guy, and then you add a filter layer, filter mask, maybe, and then you have masks here that you can change and play around with the masks and things, right? Wave noise, whatever mask you want to have, you can play around, enhance, Gaussian, blah 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 blah. Right? You have also the drop shadow, which is here, I guess, is filter mask, color mask. I don't remember, but is here somewhere. Is here somewhere, and you can do that, right? I believe it's here. Oh yeah, it's here. Drop shadows, and then you have your drop shadows here happening in your test, right? You can change the distance, you can change the style, and that's all, right? So here we go. Krita, great for painting. Another alternative out of Photoshop, right? After Krita, I have Shotcut. Shotcut is something that I installed this week just to see, because the Shotcut, OpenShot, Kdenlive, all of them released their new version, and Shotcut for me seems simple enough to handle videos well, right? And at least quick and simple additions, right? And that's what I'm using. And I play around. It works well with all kinds of videos. You know that DaVinci Resolve here has some video codecs and audio limitation, but not here with Shotcut. This doesn't have with Shotcut. Shotcut opens all kind of videos, and this guy now is playing very well. Couch. It's not having problems, right? It's playing really well, so I like it, kind of, to edit the video in a simple way, right? And after that, I have my other passion, which is DaVinci Resolve. I didn't pay for the full version yet, but if I pay, the problems with codecs are solved. So I opened DaVinci Resolve. It opens faster here than in Windows. I don't know, every time I have to open DaVinci Resolve in Windows, it takes some time opening and yada yada, lots of things, right? So yeah, let me see what I can show you, if I can show you something. Probably it's not gonna be there. I deleted the media. The media is not here. Let's go to Project Manager again. I don't know, I probably has deleted all these medias, maybe not this one, maybe not this one, let's see. Well, yeah, this one is fine, okay? So yeah, this is DaVinci Resolve, and it's powerful as it is in Windows. It's not that fast as it is in Windows, because this guy doesn't have that much, accelerator, GPU accelerator. Here it doesn't have GPU accelerator as it has in Windows. So you normally want to create some proxies out of those videos, and then they will run smoothly here, right? And but all the features are here. If you need to go to Fusion, you have your entire compositor here, like for you to play around with. It's really, really nice, right? And the only drawsides of DaVinci Resolve here are truly the codecs. And I'm gonna show you the working around that I did to work with. And also, you see, there is no way to move DaVinci Resolve for some reason in Linux Mint, because there is no way to drag and drop this guy. The only way is using Linux Mint shortcut, which is Alt backspace, and now you can close, you can move, right, whatever you want, and you can also close, right? That's DaVinci Resolve. A few things for me, it's a great trade-off. I am so happy working here in Linux Mint. Everything it runs as predicted, right? You can go work and do everything that you need, and that's what I want. An OS. I want an OS to control it and do my tests as I want. And now I'm going to show you the way I work around the codecs for DaVinci Resolve, and it's using Handbrake. Handbrake is a free open source software which is amazing, right? And you can track your videos here. Any video, any codec you want, it will run here in Handbrake. For example, this guy. Let's bring this guy here, right? So this guy is here. And then you have tons of presets that you can tweak to export a video format that DaVinci Resolve can read, right? In audio as well. So I did it already on my own, which I save it here in presets. So if I go down here, there is DaVinci presets and DaVinci wash it to DaVinci. That means that it's video that I want to send to DaVinci. Right? And wash it from DaVinci is the video that I exported from DaVinci, and I want to convert it into smaller MP4 format with let me show you, with this codec, which is missing in DaVinci right now because I don't have DaVinci paid version, right? Which is this guy here, H2064, right? This codec. So yeah, that's it pretty much. I exported the video from DaVinci, send it to here, and choose my preset, wash it from DaVinci, and press play. In a few minutes, I have it's really quick. In a few minutes, I have my video ready to go, right? And if for some reason my video doesn't read in DaVinci, also the audio, I send it here, choose the preset, wash it to DaVinci, convert it, and then I can play around with that in DaVinci, right? That's how I figured to solve this issue until I get the paid version, which is on my plans for the next couple of months. Okay? Yeah, and this is OBS, and I like to have my system monitor here to eventually take a look on what's going on my machine and what software is taking more research, less researches. And one important thing is, and also I have PureRef, which has a proper Linux version, so it's a great software for reference, right? So you can use it, go in, go out, and do whatever you want with your references. That's great. I have that as well. And let's use PureRef as a reference. For example, if for some reason your software here freeze, like happens in Windows, it happens here. In Windows, you go Control-Alt-Del, and then you go there and you kill the process. But here, if you go here to your monitor to check it out, the process, sometimes if you have multiple versions of your software, it doesn't really tell you here which is the one that you want to kill. It's going to be here, but it doesn't tell you, and you may be confused about that. You do this. You press Alt F2, and then you press X kill and press enter. Oh no, it has to be not capital letter. Xkill, press enter, and then you have this little cross. And then with this little cross, you press on top of whatever software that you want to close, and it will close automatically, right? So yeah, that's pretty much how I work in Linux. And I believe you, as an artist, you can work really well, not having more issues apart from softwares that you may need to use, like Autodesk softwares, or yeah, things like that. But other than that, you go here free. I don't need really Autodesk softwares. I use Blender, and more people are using Blender. It's becoming very common. And yeah, thankfully, a big thanks for the open source software community. And if you really like the approach and the software, donate them. I donate to Blender. I'm gonna start to donate to Krita. I love Krita, right? And if you really make income with out of your software, you should donate it for them to keep growing better and better. And the team, the developers, works with enthusiasm and happiness, right? And everyone will be happy out of it. Okay? See you soon. I hope you like it. Bye bye.